Greetings, mortals, peers, and queers. For over 20 years, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas has been treated to luxury vacations by billionaire Republican donor Harlan Crow in major violation of ethics. Let's get into it. In late June 2019, right after the U.S. Supreme Court released its final opinion of the term, Justice Clarence Thomas boarded a large private jet headed to Indonesia, where he and his wife would go on vacationing for 9 days of island hopping in the volcanic archipelago on a super yacht staffed by a cortege of attendants and a private chef. If Thomas had chartered this plane himself, the 162-foot yacht himself, the cost of the trip would have exceeded $500,000. Fortunately for him, it wasn't necessary. He was on vacation with real estate magnate and Republican mega donor Harlan Crow, who owned the jet and the yacht too. For more than 2 decades, Thomas has accepted luxury trips virtually every year from the Dallas businessman without disclosing them. Documents and interviews show. The public servant who has a salary of $285,000 a year. He vacationed on Crow's super yacht around the globe. He flies on Crow's private jet. He has gone with Crow to Bohemian Grove, the exclusive California all-male retreat. And Crow has a sprawling ranch in East Texas. And Thomas typically spends about a week every summer in Crow's private resort in the Andronachs. The extent and frequency of Crow's apparent gifts to Thomas have no known precedent in modern history of the United States Supreme Court. These trips appeared out of nowhere on These trips appear nowhere on Thomas's financial disclosures. His failure to report these flights appears to violate the law passed during Watergate that requires justices, judges, and members of Congress and federal officials to disclose most gifts, two ethical law experts said. He should also have disclosed that these trips on the yacht, the experts said. Thomas did not respond to a detailed list of questions. I will link to this article down below. It's a great read. But yeah, it is a little bit infuriating that some of the most powerful people in the country are being taken on luxury resorts by Republican mega donors. Political activists. It's not as if these ever would have. Let's not pretend like this doesn't have a political purpose. I very much doubt that they're just naturally good friends, a Supreme Court justice and a Republican mega donor. One is trying to get something from the other by gifting them gifts, and the fact that Thomas is not disclosing those gifts on his financial reports as he is required to do is telling of corruption. With that, follow for more daily videos, subscribe for more, join the Discord, and support me on Patreon. With that, I wish you all a good evening.